Where are we at with Liam Payne? So many twists, so many turns, so many theories, so many different things going on with Liam Payne at this moment in time. I think on the last video, we spoke about Liam trying to escape from his balcony. In this video, I want to bring some new disturbing details and theories to your attention, so let's check this out.
Anybody who is following the Liam Payne case or interested in the case itself, I have been given some crucial information and I really need your help to get this out. Many people may know that the fans in Argentina are protesting. They have been for some days. I did drop a video out of respect for them because hats off to what they're doing. Since then, them fans have got in touch with me, and over the last 2 days, I have been in open communication with them. Now, I've sat on this video until I had permission from these fans to release this video, which I now have. I have been asking questions a lot of us have been asking for. I have been told that none of the fans ever seen Liam at the Casa. Never. The only place they ever seen Liam was at the Hyatt and at the Airbnb, and of course Niall's concert. A lot of these people who are protesting also went to Niall's concert. They have been following Liam around Argentina. These fans also were led to believe that when Kate left Argentina to go back to Florida, Liam also left. In fact, all of the fans turned up at the airport. Once the news had hit the media about what had happened regarding Liam at the Casa, that is when the fans turned up at the hotel. But still at that point, a lot of the fans were in disbelief because they thought Liam had left Argentina. My concern here is, if everyone was led to believe that he was in fact back home or not in the area, this is starting to look very premeditated. It is also heartbreaking to think that nobody could have helped Liam. Nobody could help someone that they weren't even aware was still in the area. And that is horrific. To make this extremely clear, Liam was in Argentina. However, the fans in Argentina were tipped off and told that he was going home with Kate, and that is why they all left and went to the airport, because they wanted to see him.
Who would have tipped them off and said that he's going home with Kate when really he was staying in Argentina? I mean, did Liam want to be away from the fans? Or has someone orchestrated this to make it look that way?
It was very believable that he was in fact leaving Argentina with Kate, because Kate took all of the suitcases, remember? She took everything that they brought to Argentina back with her.
Why would she take everything? What does she leave Liam with?
I believe that Kate could have been a decoy. If you think about it, if all of the fans have ran to the airport to try and get them last photos of Liam, that gives a window of opportunity for whatever happened to have happened and him be moved. Now, whether or not that was him being moved to the Casa privately, I don't know. But no fans seen him at the Casa, and I have spoke to a big group of people now. I will, of course, ask you to consider the fact that if Kate was used as a decoy, she may have been used off her own will, or may not have even realised that that was what was happening. Either way, there is such a bigger story to this, and it does make you wonder how many people are physically involved.
She does have a really good point there. Kate could be involved. Kate might not even know she's involved. She could have been used because they wanted to make it look a certain way. But the situation with Liam is extremely disturbing. There's so much more to go through. Let's check this out.
Yesterday, I received threats from the hotel staff where Liam Payne passed away. I'm going to tell you everything in English, Spanish, so I'm not good, but I will try my best.
Listen carefully, guys.
Because there's a lot of you who reach me to tell my videos in English. So please be patient and forgive me if I say something wrong. Most curious things about this is they are nervous to mess with the ground fandom. Yesterday, this Instagram account sent me a long message. I will summarize it for you. The first thing they say is I must be careful with what I say in my
She's getting
video.
threatened, guys.
Obviously, they didn't say they are the personal staff from the hotel.
They are the
But
staff.
what they say in the message, you know what I mean? And then ask me why I'm giving the complete names of the persons who work at the hotel. And then they tell me to be careful. because you kill Liam. In my videos, I have decided myself to follow the facts that they are saying. I mean, in case you didn't know it, prosecution said Brian could not be cleared of any charge because he is guilty. Prosecutor's office has said further charges against members of the hotel are coming soon. I don't know how it's said.
Argentina know all about Roger.
They are afraid.
Wow.
And in case you didn't see my videos talking about those theories, I will tell you, I will summarize this for you so easily. Option 1, Liam convulsed at the lobby and they had to take him up to his room. He was faint, he was unconscious. You didn't call an ambulance. You didn't use the private doctor service you have at the hotel or in the hotel, I don't know. And you took an unconscious person back to his room alone, without help. If you have ever convulsed and get unconscious, you will know what I mean. If you not, let me explain you, because it happened to me. So I know what I'm saying. You can't stand up for your own. Your body is like dead. It's like dead weight. You can't move. You feel dazed. There's no strength. You can't talk. It's called post-ictal state. The time you need to recover from unconscious convulsion. Okay? So there is no way Liam could have stand up.
And that's exactly what I said to you guys before. There was no way he could have stood up and threw himself over the balcony if he was convulsing. Makes no sense. How would he have done that?
So someone had to throw it over the balcony because he fell unconscious, in case you forgotten. Option 2. You said Liam was causing disturbs at the lobby. You forced him to go back to his room, and you forced him to go in to his room against his will.
Yes,
Something happened in that room that we didn't know it. He knocked out unconscious because he fell unconscious. But what's more, in the new version you said in Infobuy that you buy them, you say there's a concrete umbrella stand. Fake. There's another video on my profile where you can see there's no blood on the concrete umbrella stand because the umbrellas were put there when it happened to cover Liam's body. The area where he fell, there was an awning, so the umbrellas weren't there. You see? You really need to focus. If you're going to defend yourself like that, I'm going to thank you. Richard Camejo, Esteban Grassi, Nicolas Araugetti, the co-founder of the hotel, Hilda Martin, and this one, that for me, should be charged as an aggravant factor, because when he was carrying Liam, against his will, he was laughing. I'm not afraid. I will not be silent, because when you are afraid, it's because you have something to hide. You are martyrs. And in Liam's fandom, will not stop. Sorry, justice for Liam.
I guess that's clear proof that something disturbing has happened to Liam Payne. If he was trying to escape his hotel room, then someone in his hotel room was trying to attack him.
I want you to watch these next 2 videos. You might have seen them already, but I thought they were interesting. Now, to me, Roger looks pissed off in this video. He goes and grabs Kate and pulls her over. And then he almost looks pissed off at Liam as well. It's like he's telling them to stand together for the fans. And in this one, I would love to know who these 3 men are that Roger's having a conversation with. Because again, it looks like he's annoyed about something.
Looks like they're having some sort of minor dispute.
Now, I'm wondering if he's like this in public, what's he like behind closed doors? Now, shout out to Sarah's World. She's done a video and brought this all to our attention. Go check her video out if you haven't seen it already. But basically, she has been speaking to some fans who had been following Liam around while he was there in Argentina. Now, they are saying that they didn't even know he was staying at Casa Hotel. They were told by someone, possibly Roger, that Liam was going home the day that Kate left. They turned up to the airport and then they found out when the news broke that he passed, that he had been staying at the casa. Now, you can disagree with me if you want to, that's totally fine. However, it seems like they didn't want anybody, including fans, to know where Liam was or to follow him around.
Or was it Liam's decision?
And to me, if what they said to fans was true, then that was 4 days before this happened. And it just points in the direction of this was a plan. As much as I hate to think that of people, everything just kind of points to that. And the ending is very, very messy. My personal opinion is they probably thought the world wouldn't look into it or wouldn't question things. Because let's be honest, the last 2 weeks of his life, he received so much hate. So much hate. He had a particular someone calling him out. And I just believe that there's too many coincidences in this story.
He does have a point there. The witness, Mr. Watson, that was there to see everything. He literally witnessed everything. And he's the only witness. How funny is it that he's also from the US? Based on the information that we've been looking at, would you say Liam's been murdered? Do you think this is premeditated? The number one suspect for most people is Roger Nores. We have some legal documents that we're going to run through now. Let's check this out.
Did you know that in Argentina, hotels are required to have a doctor on call available 24 hours a day? And that did not happen while Liam Payne was staying at the Casa Sur Palermo Hotel in Buenos Aires. According to his friend and former manager, Roger Nores. Roger just went to court and made some damning allegations against the hotel because he's trying to save himself. As you might remember, Roger has denied abandoning Liam. He even claimed to not know that Liam was under the influence when he last saw him.
Liar!
Lie. Because it's now been proven that Liam was not just under the influence shortly before his death, he had been on a binge. He was taking substances and even drinking whiskey for breakfast. He had ordered bottles and bottles of whiskey.
Okay, they were little miniature bottles. Let's just remember that.
He even texted Roger about helping him score some grams.
Yes, remember that. The messages that the feds have. Roger's in serious trouble.
This is the same man who earlier this year Roger volunteered to help Liam get clean.
That's when the agenda was put into place.
Yeah, he didn't do that.
He didn't do that.
In fact, Roger was an enabler. And Roger is one of 3 men who have been linked to Liam's death, the other 2 being a restaurant worker and a hotel employee. There's tons of security camera footage of all 3. Well, Roger is a businessman and has money, so he's lawyered up. According to new legal documents just filed by Roger's attorneys, he insists that he is not to blame for Liam's death and that it's all the hotel's fault. And he makes the bold claim that the hotel's operation manager knew Liam was on a 3-day bender where he was drunk and high.
So he knew, but you also knew as well. You knew he was on a 3-day bender under the influence of drugs and alcohol as well. And where was you?
However, the hotel did nothing to help him.
And you did nothing to help him.
And they didn't even have the 24-hour doctor available, which Roger's attorneys say is required by law.
Even if that's required by law and you know that your friend is going through a challenging time, why didn't you call the doctors and get him some help? Roger decided to leave Liam in that state 45 minutes before that tragic fall, allegedly.
His friend states that the hotel should have had a doctor come in the second Liam checked in. The new legal documents state, quote, a world-famous person was staying with obvious signs of going through a crisis caused by substance abuse intake at that very moment, and they did not even make an effort there to make up for their legal omission of having a 24-hour doctor. And he's throwing even more blame on the hotel, saying that even though Roger left Liam in the lobby by himself, he says it was the hotel manager who left Liam alone in the room, and that the hotel manager should not have done that. Roger goes on to
How does he know the hotel manager left him alone in the room?
say that Liam was trying to escape the hotel after staff members had to carry him into his room. That is true, according to security camera footage.
If he was trying to leave the hotel, why are the hotel staff taking it upon themselves to try and carry this guy back to his room?
The part of him being carried to his room. The escaping part is a working theory, and probably true. In the court documents, Roger reminds everyone that Liam had his little bag and a hat with him when he fell off the balcony. So with all that in mind, Roger argues that the hotel is to blame and not him. And you know what? I think he's partly correct. The part that I think he's correct in is I don't think Roger is to blame. And I do think the hotel could have done more.
I think Roger could have done more.
Could have called an ambulance immediately when he was convulsing and passing out in the lobby and kept him there till an ambulance came. But I also understand why the hotel did what they did. They were dealing with a very famous client, and I'm sure they wanted to protect his privacy. Hotel staff is trained. Privacy is of the utmost importance. But sadly, ultimately, the person responsible for Liam's death was Liam. I say that with compassion for his disease of addiction. If he would have been sober, he would still be alive today. But sadly, he lost his battle to addiction.
Look, I do get this, and I agree with this to a certain extent, but Roger should have done more. I think as a friend, Roger should have done so much more for Liam, especially if he knew Liam was having those episodes. If he was with Liam 45 minutes before Liam's fall, he would have seen that Liam was acting a certain way. He should have let the hotel room staff know that Liam's not feeling well or Liam's not moving right. Or was this premeditated, like Sarah and the other content creators say? Guys, I need you to comment down below. Let me know exactly what you are thinking right about now. Hit that like button. Do subscribe to the channel if we are new, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.